Hey guys, and we're back with another kind of Mapmaker's Toolbox project slash data pack. This is the Armorstand Animator. Let me just show you a quick sneak peek of what it can do. So I give it the tag of animate, and it does this cute little animation. I made it really simple. It can be very complicated. So let's just get into how to use it. So it's pretty simple. You're just going to want to first go to the download link in the description, and then drag the zip file into your saves, world save, data packs folder. And it will be a zip file. It won't be named the same as mine, and it'll just be, you don't need to bother opening it. So once you put it in as a zip file, it should work. So you type reload, and it will come up with this message that you see for all my other similar related data packs, which is basically just a library of data packs that can help you when you're making a map. You can interchange them, mix and match. You don't have to have all 5 like I do have on right now, but you can just pick different ones. We have one for chat system, chat dialogue. We have one for loot tables that are built in game, and one for shops built in game, and one for linking objects together. But this is the Armorstand Animator. So I have a big help page on how to use this, but that's what this video is for. You can always uninstall it. Some of them you can't. I might go back and add that functionality, but this one you can uninstall it safely. So it's pretty simple to use it, but you kind of have to learn. But then once you learn, it's really easy. I made it very intuitive. So you go up to an armor stand in creative mode and you crouch. When you crouch, it'll ask, do you want to edit this armor stand? So then you click on it and it lets you edit the armor stand. So this armor stand is already has some stuff on it. So I want to start fresh. So I'll grab this and put one over here. And we're going to edit this guy instead. So let's edit him. So he has this is just what the UI looks like. I made it very kind of pretty, and it took so much time to do all the string building, but it does work really nicely. So over here you have the body. The body is going to let you edit which limbs you want to use. So you can click this reset all if he has any poses already that you don't like. So I can click on the head, and this will let me rotate the head. Then I have to pick what rotation I want. Well, first nothing will happen because I don't have a axis to rotate on. So I can rotate on the x-axis, the y-axis, or the z-axis. So I'm going to pick the x-axis, and right now I'm at this position currently, so I can just rotate it a little bit, and as you can see, his head is looking upwards. So we're going to make some animations here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab his arms too. So this will let you edit all 3 of them in the x-axis. So you can see that all 3 are moving. So I'm going to make animations. So I want to animate, so I'm going to click the button add frame, and now there's 0. So that means that this thing is going to use animations. It just kind of preps it. So then I'm going to add this frame of him just standing still, and now we have 1 frame. That's what this little icon in the bottom left is. That's how many frames you have. So then you can click on the rotation, add frame, and just like that. Oh, I accidentally deselected stuff. All right. So now I don't want the head to rotate anymore, so we're just going to make the arms go up. So we're just going to keep clicking add frame, and just like this, we're just going to keep clicking add frame until his arms are reaching for the sky. So here we have done. Okay, cool. You can do other rotations too. Any rotation works just fine. Any limb works just fine. You can do any combination here. So there we go. We have 17 frames. Now I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to take the body, and I'm going to click here. Now the body's all wonk. Now I'm going to click add frame. Oh no, I don't like that frame. So I can click remove frame, and it will delete the frame and show what the current frame you're on is. So that deleted that frame. This is what the last added frame looks like. So that's all the functionality with the pose editor. You can use this just to edit poses, but the animation part is really nifty too. So once I finished my animation, I can preview it and mess with it. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to talk about this. And there will be sound effects. I totally forgot to add the sound effects. You probably can't hear my in-game sounds or something. But if I want to, let's say I'm on the head and I'm on here. So let's say that this isn't exactly the rotation I want. I can edit it by 1 degree by clicking these buttons. So I can make it go down by 1 degree, and then this will update when it reaches the threshold, and it can go up by 1 degree. But of course, none of the things I'm doing right now are editing the actual animation because I did not click add frame. So yeah, you can edit it by 1 degree by clicking this button, which gives you the better fine tune. That's kind of like the fix for the fact that there's only 32 on here when there's technically 360 degrees of rotation. So now we can go to the animator. This is the animator page. So basically you have this, which is going to be your keyframes. Then you have delay and loop and delete frame. So this actually has some cool functionality into it. So I can click on one of these frames and it will show me what the frame is. And if I don't like a frame, then I can delete it. So let's say I don't like that frame, right? I can click delete frame and it'll take me back to the one before it, and it's actually gone. That frame is actually gone. So it deletes the exact frame that you're selected. Also, you can deselect by clicking the X. Well, that just pauses. That's something else. But yeah, so when you're done, if you just want like normal behavior, make sure you click on the last frame. If I click here, then it's going to do something better and worse. So let's say I deleted that frame. I want it back. So I'm going to click here, hit back, click, select the arms again, click here, then click add frame. And that's actually going to insert the frame right here. So this is the previous, here's that, and then there's that. So it actually inserts the frame inside where you want it, just like that. And boom, we have the frame back. So you can insert a frame into wherever you have the selected frame. It'll go right after it. And if you want normal functionality like before, just click on the last frame. There's one other thing. We're going to add delay. So delay lets you wait at a frame. So let's say that right here, his head is like that, and then his arms start to move up, right? So we're going to make him pause like this. So we're going to go up to, let's say 20. So that's going to be 1 second. This is delay in ticks. So he's going to wait 1 second like this and then continue. Perfect. So we can preview whenever we want by clicking play. And if we click play, he'll just do the animation. You can see he moves up a bit, and then he moves his arms up. And then he goes back to stopping. And that's because he's right here, and I probably accidentally hit something. So let's click delete frame. So hit play again, and he goes up and stays up there. Since it's not looping, he just stays at the top. If I hit play, I think I can just hit the X, and that should pause the animation. Yep, the X pauses the animation and stops it. So now I can hit yes for loop. I can click on whatever these frames are. I can hit yes, and now he's just going to do the animation over and over. So as long as you leave the loop setting on yes, then he'll always have like this loop animation. So we can go back. You probably, basically what you kind of want to do is if you ever are testing the animation, make sure that right before you're done, click on the first one or the last one. Clicking on any of them should fix it, because sometimes the animation can get bugged because you like paused it halfway through. So let's go ahead and click stop editing. And we're going to now give a tag to this entity. So in any way that you would, you just give a tag of animate. And now he's going to do the animation. And he'll do it on loop, just as you want him to. So that's how to use the Armorstand Animator. There might be a few small bugs. I tried to get as much things fixed as I could, but I wanted to release this anyway because for the most part, the functionality works just fine and you can use it normally. Just some of the more advanced features might have bugs in them. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys thought that this was useful or want to see more stuff like this, go ahead and leave a like. And other than that, I'm just going to quickly show you how I did some of this stuff, but not really all of it. It's very complicated. But the basis of how I did the menu is using something that I referred to as string building. So I'll show you a quick example of what that looks like. Basically, okay, it's back. Basically, it is pane. So we'll go into the frame menu. Oh, one other thing, you can have up to 100 frames. I never said that, but I guess you'll find out. That's a lot of frames though. So I have this function called load frames, and this is pane. I had to use a generator to generate this, aka a program. But string building is basically this. So you have a storage element and you add a text component that would look like something you'd put in Telraw to this storage element as an array. And you basically say like, if this value is 1, then put this on. If this value is 0, then put that value on. And basically just all that. See, if you have the selected frame of frame 1, then make the first icon that you stick into the array gold. Unless you have it equal to 1, so if it's not 1, then make it gray. And you just have that all throughout this thing, all the way up to 100. So this is string building. Obviously, that's actually very intensive, CPU intensive, to do all that string building. But since you're only doing it when the player clicks on something, it's asynchronous. It doesn't happen that often, so you won't really notice much lag from it. But anyways, that's pretty much all for this Armorstand Animator. Yeah, if you guys thought that this was cool, go ahead and leave a like. And I have some cool new things that are coming out as well. Just tons of content in terms of data packs. So I'll see you guys really soon. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.